News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a fully engulfed vehicle causes damage to a home. County commissioners approve a site for fireworks displays. And Cops and Cowboys is held at the Valley's Edge. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, June 17th, 2015. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. A fully engulfed vehicle fire almost caused a structure fire last night on East Street. Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies arrived on East Street last night for a fully engulfed vehicle fire. The vehicle was in close proximity to the residence, which caused damage to the mobile home as well. Nye County Sheriff's deputies evacuated residences within the vicinity of the vehicle. The cause of the fire is still under investigation by Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue, but appears to be accidental. The home sustained damage to the front windows as well as some heat-related damage. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The Board of County Commissioners has officially designated the Pahrump Fairgrounds on South Highway 160 and Game Bird Road as the location for the public to use for aerial fireworks displays. For a $5 safety permit fee, residents can use the area to legally celebrate Independence Day and other holidays with their own use of fireworks. You can purchase your permit at firework retailers throughout the town. The county estimates this new item will bring in about $200,000 per year. The site will be open on various occasions like the weekend before the 4th of July and Independence Day itself.
Possible action, it's a discussion and deliberation concerning a request to adopt, amend, and adopt or reject Nye County Resolution 2015-19, a resolution authorizing the designation of the Pahrump Fairgrounds for or as a fireworks safety site.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Motion to approve, and I believe, Frank, did you want me to amend in there that the fire chief has, okay, and add to this, the fire chief will ultimately decide whether the conditions are safe.
Correct.
It does say that
That's
in
what
the agreement.
I thought we had that in there. Okay. So
That includes wind.
well, that's his biggest thing that he's talked about it is
weather
wind,
conditions
is whether
yeah.
it's windy or not. So motion to approve.
Second with comment.
Okay, have a motion and a second on the floor. Please continue with discussion.
Okay. Different chemicals that shoot off different colors, and those chemicals are probably materials that we sure like to know what they are. If the materials that are not not very friendly, we would like to make sure they're being cleaned up off the properties, because we don't want any hazardous material laying around. And until I understand what those materials are, I'm considering them hazard.
Okay, well, the easiest way to answer is that we're in the process of putting together a very large list of compositions that go into all the different products. It's not easy to come up with this, and as I said, in particular at the time of the year, which I understand is not your problem, but the sites will be cleaned up just like anything else. When you shoot, everything will be cleaned up. We've provided for dumpsters, and we've provided for cans and everything else to get rid of all the debris in a safe manner, just like we would or anybody else would. The thing I come back to is that the federal government, every one of these products is consumer friendly. And I understand that the government makes mistakes just like everybody else does, but at the same time, these are for people to use in their backyards or anywhere else. We're doing it at a site that's going to be enclosed, that'll be cleaned up, that's going to be monitored, that the fire marshal and everybody else will be there to make sure that everything's done exactly according to recommendations.
The commissioners also discussed scheduled road work during Tuesday's meeting.
We're doing pretty good, as long as we don't have any surprise flooding, as we have up north, in this last week, that might take us off a schedule. But other than that, we're knocking them out pretty decent. We've had a few things holding us up, but that's kind of not in our control, basically, but it is a scheduled item, but might have to sit back a week or two, but we've been on schedule pretty good.
Loop Road over in front of Ace, there's the asphalt is really bad in there, and there's a big gravel area between the two lanes it looks like at one time maybe there was some landscaping planned for that and it was never completed.
Still ongoing, actually, and it has been showing up on a set of plans. They have paid to improve, and then their projects fall through due to funding, and so that's been actually on the list for a while. So as projects come and go, so does the actual island improvement and what they need to do. So if they ever lock into a full development improvement, they'll do that island or actually turn it all into asphalt. Depends on what they're looking at for ADTs and how they're going to access their development.
I drove down Honeysuckle the other day.
Did you have a kidney belt?
It's so bad. Is that on the list?
It's on the list, yeah. Go ahead.
You wouldn't want to be driving a motorcycle.
No.
That's for sure.
No, there's a lot of roads you don't want to drive motorcycles on in this town and in this county.
You pulling that up, Tim?
Honeysuckle, dandelion around too.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking? Yeah, we've known about that for a long time. Now that our budget's been approved and we got the cold mix coming this year, it is scheduled to be skin patched over that. An exact time frame I can't give you right now, but it is scheduled to be done.
When we return, we'll have your Desert View Hospital health tip.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Sickle cell disease is a life-threatening genetic disorder affecting almost 100,000 Americans. The disease is associated with severe pain and several chronic complications. During the last 5 years, an expert panel reviewed existing medical studies and trials on sickle cell disease. The report highlights 2 therapies that are effective but underutilized when it comes to treatment.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment, 775-751-7100.
Isaiah Bell is 12. He loves football and taekwondo.
I get to kick people in taekwondo. That's just awesome.
Isaac Oka is 18. He's headed to college and wants to be an actor.
There are just so many things about acting that just intrigues me.
Just 2 of the thousands living with sickle cell disease in the United States.
Pain is the major manifestation of people with sickle cell disease. The pain is unpredictable, it's recurrent, and it can be extremely severe.
The pain is caused by sickle-shaped red blood cells that block the small vessels in the body. This causes an array of serious health problems.
Many doctors are unfamiliar with how to treat these events. Having those physicians knowledgeable about sickle cell disease and familiar with the guidelines that are being recommended here will allow them to give better care to these patients.
Dr. George Buchanan from the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center and a panel of experts spent 5 years reviewing more than 30 years of medical studies and trials on sickle cell disease.
There are improved treatments. Hydroxyurea is greatly effective in reducing pain and other complications and prolonging patients' lives. Unfortunately, most people aren't taking that medicine yet, and that's a big problem.
Isaac is taking this FDA-approved medication, which decreases the rigidity and inflexibility of his red blood cells. It is also preventing episodes like this.
My eyes got swollen shut. I couldn't see at all.
For almost 5 years now, we have not had any pain crisis because he stayed on that medication.
Blood transfusions are an extremely important treatment for people with sickle cell disease, either given acutely as a single time or on a monthly basis long term.
The blood transfusions just kind of helped him stay on top of his game.
It's not really too big of a problem for me.
Other recommendations include treating severe pain with intravenous opioids and using daily penicillin to prevent infection in children up to age 5 who have the disease. Isaiah, Isaac, and their families continue to participate in research and remain hopeful.
Who knows, maybe they'll come across a breakthrough and find the cure for sickle cell. I mean, you never know. You just got to keep open for it.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
The expert panel also says there are gaps in and also in the number of blood specialists and sickle cell experts that can provide specialized care to patients with sickle cell disease. Well, Judge Robert Lane sentenced a person to the maximum penalty this week. Dennis Roy Garcia received a 16 to 40-year prison term for molesting his own grandchildren for several years. Garcia was charged with 3 incidents involving 5 children throughout his criminal history. Garcia also sexually assaulted his granddaughter, which resulted in a child. 57-year-old William Delahunty has been charged with assault with a deadly weapon, battery with a deadly weapon, and petty larceny after an incident occurred at a residence on Friday night on Leffner Drive. Deputies were dispatched to a home in reference to an assault with a firearm. The victim said he observed William Delahunty taking the license plate off his truck. When he confronted Delahunty, the suspect allegedly pointed a gun at the resident. Deputies located Delahunty at his home on Banovich, where he was arrested. The Cops and Cowboys event was held at Valley's Edge General Store Sunday to benefit Special Olympics.
We are a therapeutic riding facility. We do animal therapy of all sorts as well. We have ducks, chickens, goats, horses, miniature horses.
So you guys joined with PDOP here and Special Olympics to help them out?
Actually, it was the Nye County Sheriff's Department we teamed with, or we're doing it for, and they're doing it for Special Olympics, and they put us in charge of being able to put it together, and PDOP's been involved in helping us out and all that good stuff too.
It's been a fun event.
Yes.
Lots of things going on, right?
Yes, lots and lots. We have Ruse and More, we have our gunfighters, we have the square dancers weren't able to make it, but we're gonna improvise and do line dancing and stuff. We have some roping demonstrations, the jail, so yeah.
Thank you so much for speaking with us. For more information on RNG Farms,
Facebook.com/RNG Farms, or you can give me a call, 702-427-8096.
When we return, the Blue Man Group's numbers are in for their sensory-friendly show.